The year was 1961. A Florida court refused a public defender of Clarence Earl Gideon, who was accused of robbery. Gideon was charged with breaking and entering with the intent to commit a misdemeanor, which is a felony in Florida. He was put into a state court. Gideon appeared in court to represent his trial because the Florida state law refused his proposal to be appointed an attorney. Then, despite his effort to prove his innocence, the jury found Gideon guilty. He was sentenced to 5-year imprisonment. However, it doesn't stop there for Gideon, as he sought relief from his conviction by filing a petition for writ habeas corpus. He challenged his conviction on the ground that the trial judge's refusal to appoint him an attorney violated Gideon's constitutional right. However, the Supreme Court denied his petition. Gideon next filed a handwritten petition to the Supreme Court of the United States. The court agreed to hear the case, resolving the question whether the right to counsel guaranteed under the Sixth Amendment and the 14th Amendment of the Constitution apply to defendant in state court. They determined that it is consistent with the Constitution to require an attorney for defendant who couldn't afford their own. On March 18, 1963, the Supreme Court ruled collectively in favor of Gideon, establishing the right to legal representation for criminal defendants in both federal and state court. Following the decision, Gideon was cleared of the charges and given a new trial with a different attorney. Due to the 6th and 14th Amendment, the court reasoned that a person who cannot afford an attorney is at a major disadvantage in defending himself, and that the right to legal representation is required for a fair trial. The court stressed the importance of the right to counsel in ensuring a fair trial, noting that experience about a lawyer played an important role in the defense. The impact of this case is the guaranteeing the right to legal counsel for criminal defendant in federal and state court. In addition to the impact of this case, in 1964, it passed the Criminal Justice Act, which offered financial support for attorney appointed by the court in federal cases. Today, the majority of criminal defendants are aided by those appointed lawyers from the state, which they are paid for under the Act.